Hello everybody, my name is Carlos500 and welcome back to a new video. Today, we are going to be talking about Madame, a commentary channel that was on the rise, getting over 50,000 subscribers in a span of 4 or 3 months. But that all started to fade away back in September 2019 when she tried to dox a 15-year-old and scammed her audience. We are going to talk about that in a bit, but first, we gotta discuss the scummy things she's done. Alright, enough talking, let's get into it. Surprise, surprise, she's done some scummy shit before. Like when Madame and her friends made fun of a disabled kid masturbating in the classroom when they obviously can't do anything about it. So instead, her friends recorded a video of the kid jacking off and uploaded it on the internet.
Alright, so this John kid, okay, he was jerking off in class and everybody was freaking out. Everybody, like, it's not just my group of friends. We were telling the teacher and the teacher just didn't give one. Like, he did not give one. And my friends were Snapchatting this. Like, they were not drawing over it, nothing. You could just see a fucking cock under a table. So these Snapchats kind of went around, and by the next day, pretty much everybody, even people who didn't have the class or didn't know who this kid was, they knew that he was the guy that got off to pony porn in class because it was all over people's Snapchats. Now, the most fucked up part about this is that my friend has a YouTube channel. Now, I forgot it, but I could always Facebook message her. I really don't fancy putting those videos in this YouTube video because I would get fucking striked, okay? But she actually uploaded like all of her Snapchats from freshman year. Like, she saved all of them and then she put it in a playlist called like my freshman year. And like, I remember she linked me this video and she was like, hey, remember this? And she put like a little laughing emoji, so I click on it and it's literally the Snapchat of him getting off.
Get this in mind, in the video he was 15, and I think when her friends uploaded the video, she was around 18. Either way, she uploaded a video of an underage kid getting off, in which that can get you in a lot of trouble. So, what do you think Madame did in this situation? Did she A, told her friends that maybe this is a bad idea? Or B, did she condone? Yeah, it's B. But oh boy, there's many more, like not taking criticism because of a joke, telling people to kill themselves one too many times, a doxing kid, and threatening to sue a smaller YouTuber. Now for this issue, I'm going to talk about it a bit more. YouTuber named OMGIJ252. Okay, wow, that was a mouthful. I'm just gonna say James instead. Alright, so James made a video called Your Channel Sucks, Madame. In the video, he shows screenshots of Madame mocking the death of his friend. The reason why she did this is because James made a joke about XXXTentacion a while back. Instead of just, oh, I don't know, forgetting about it and moving on, she makes fun of the friend's death and tries to teach him a lesson of respecting the dead, even though she's being a hypocrite by doing this. She then tries to threaten James to sue him for slander, and when I mean by slander, I mean by criticism. But I don't think people were on her side since slander and criticism are two different things, so she deleted the comments. Now, it looks like she hasn't learned her lesson because she got into some hot water. The first drama we are going to talk about will be one of the main reasons why she had her downfall. Like I mentioned, she was on the rise a couple months back. The reason why was because she made not one, and not two, but oh, the videos are gone. The videos she made before they got deleted were about Onision. The first video she made was taken down by Onision himself. Now, he does have a history of falsely taking down videos before, so what she did is that she sued him. Everybody was happy that Madame was suing him, she was getting subscribers, and she even linked her Patreon to help fund the lawsuit, in which she gained a grand total of $7,000. Allegedly. Everything was going good. It seemed that she reached her peak. Until she messed up. Really bad. Meet Slimurs, a 15-year-old artist who was once a fan of Madame until this happened. So here's the story. Slimurs made a fan art of Madame. She saw the art and loved it. Madame DM'd her to see if any commissions were open since she loved the fan art and wanted her to make some stills. But Slimurs didn't have a PayPal, so they made a deal. She would draw the stills for her in exchange for giving credit in the description. In the next 2 commentary videos, Madame didn't give any credit to Slimurs. So she posted a story on her spam account wondering where the credit was, but she didn't really mind because she was still excited to work with her. 2 days go by and she still hasn't given any credit to Slimurs. She DM'd her, but it took quite a while for Madame to respond, so she decided to leave a comment on her YouTube video. All of a sudden, Madame responded back and got mad at her because she left a comment, which Slimurs was really surprised. But they sorted it out and Madame gave her credit in the description. Then one of her friends saw the story that Slimurs posted, so she left a comment on Madame's video to give her credit. Madame saw this as an attack, so she blocked Slimurs. Then she proceeded to dox her, but thankfully it wasn't her own phone number. It was one of those numbers that you get from an app, but still, there's no excuse to dox someone. Madame makes a video about Slimurs a few days later. She says that Slimurs was attacking her and that she was a liar and that the stories she told were fabricated. Basically, she was playing the victim card. Now, Madame doesn't really show any evidence that Slimurs is a liar. I do understand that this was a Discord call, but you have to at least show a bit of evidence of the claims that you're making right now.
About that, and at that point she had messaged me telling me that she really wants to continue working with me and she hopes that her unprofessionalism did not really get in the way of that. And I was like, absolutely not. You're literally lying to people and asking people to come harass me about credit when you actually got credit. So I was like, I don't want to work with you anymore, bye. Like, I really did get things done, and I did everything that I should have correctly, and she decided to not only take this up in a public YouTube comment section, but then, like, make up a lie about me publicly on her social media.
So yeah, the video backfires on Madame and gaining over 20,000 dislikes. After all of this controversy, you expect her to apologize. Nope. She didn't. She made a video called Apology for Everything. She doesn't apologize to Slimurs, instead she talks about cancel culture. She even uses her stills. And because of that, Slimurs took down Madame's video. But when I was watching Repzion's video about the situation, he mentioned this part in the apology.
I'm sorry that I saved the footage of me walking into the Tacoma courthouse for a YouTube video that I said in a previous Nawnii video, update video, that I was in the process of making. And that's when I wanted to upload everything. I'm not uploading anything in regards to Nawnii. From this point on, I'm done filming. All of that footage, I may delete it. And I'm going to do this one-on-one, privately. It was such a stressful journey for me, but also so exciting, recording myself flying and going there and going to the courthouse. So I'm gonna start thinking of my lawsuit as a one-on-one thing. It is no longer a public issue. I know that I've made rants about him striking me multiple times. I have been demonized too much for literally no valid reason, because what, furries dislike my content. Now you can just make assumptions or say that I'm a fraud.
So Madame went to Washington for the Nawnii lawsuit. She claims that she made a vlog about it, but since people were questioning her about the Nawnii lawsuit, she didn't want to show any footage. Yes, you heard that right. She doesn't want to show footage because she's being questioned. That's a bit suspicious if you ask me. Now, was she actually suing Nawnii? No, she wasn't. There's evidence that she wasn't even gonna sue him in the first place.
And then you say it's gonna be the 20th, and the courts aren't even open on the weekend, and both of those days I made sure that I looked up your name and I looked up Greg's name legally, and there is no evidence, there's no public record, there is nothing to show that there's been a filing fee for the small claims lawsuit that you claim that you're actually going through or that you have done.
You might be wondering, what happened with the money then? Well, she spent it on a concert and I think on a purse. But everything that she said was all a lie and she scammed her fans. And that's it for this drama. After this, she lost over 10,000 subscribers, but we have a few more things to talk about. On October 30th, Madame made a full video about the art community. She talks about how she got an email from her fiber agent agent, saying that she no longer had permission to use the art on her merch.
But I got an email from my fan fiber agent in regards to the art that I paid for, and he stated that the artist is trying to get my art off of my merch site because I apparently don't have permission to use it.
She doesn't show any evidence though, so we'll just have to take her word for it. Yeah, about that. She lied. Because the artist, who's named Mocafuwa, saw the video and made a thread on Twitter explaining everything. She says the reason why she stopped working with Madame was because of how she treated Slimurs. Mocha mentioned that she never emailed a fiber agent to get the rights of the art back, and she knew that she didn't own the images anymore, but neither did Madame. The legal rights now belonged to Fiber. Madame even said it herself. And Mocha said that she didn't give any credit for the art. Well, she did, but she removed it for some reason. Alright, let's get back to Madame's video. She then proceeds to call the art community liars. Apparently she gets DMs of people saying that the art community is pretty toxic and that's why they left.
There's been a lot of artists in my DMs that have told me they have left the community for, I guess, like toxicity. Like, they would tell me their stories, and I can't keep up with every DM. I get a lot. But the amount of artists, I'm saying at least like 50 plus, maybe in the hundreds, because I can't check every fucking DM. But like, so many have like told me they're so sorry and that this is why they left the community, because they experienced the same thing. It's very toxic, apparently.
Yet again, she doesn't show any proof. Are you starting to see a pattern here? Whenever she makes a bold claim, like calling people a liar and whatnot, she doesn't really have any proof of that. Because, let's be honest, she doesn't have any evidence to show in the first place. In this part of the video, I suppose Madame is talking about Mocha, since she says the reason why she lied was because of attention.
I even questioned it. What is the motive to lie about this? I was very professional and very kind to this person that I commissioned my art for, which they knew it was for the merchandise, like there's screenshots of it and all of this. Why I think this person lied is because they saw that it could get them a lot of attention. I think that they saw what happened to the person that made up an entire story about me and fabricated everything, including evidence.
Come on, dude, you have over 40,000 subscribers. Pipe down, lad. And that's where I'm gonna end the video there, since she repeats herself calling people liars and says the word fabricated a lot.
Fabrications, fabrications, fabricated, fabricated, fabricating, fabrication, fabricated, fabrication, fabrication, fabricated, fabrication after fabrication.
For these next two situations, they will be together since they're kind of shorts. The first one was about Madame and Lumi, also known as Lumistarbun. She was a fan of Madame and looked up to her. She even drew fan art and some thumbnails for her. Madame gave her credit, but she didn't pay her for the next 2 months since she was buying useless stuff like purses, concerts, etc. And apparently, Madame admitted to her fans that she didn't care about Lumi and only used her for her art.
She straight up admitted to her fans on Discord call behind Lumi's back that she was just using Lumi for their artwork and actually hated their gut. Who does that?
The second and last drama we'll talk about is the recent scams she's done. On July 1st, 2019, Madame announced in her community tab that she will be doing a charity stream of the death of Etika. People were suspicious since she didn't show any proof of her giving the donations out. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, I really don't know. But her most recent scam happened around a month ago when she made a video announcing that she's going to do a charity stream of the Australia bushfire. And that gave a big red flag from everybody since she does have a history of scamming her audience before. And that's all I gotta talk about. Now, Madame still makes videos occasionally. She also changed her name to Princess Ash. Like that's gonna change anything. And all of the artists are doing their own things now. In conclusion, Madame will never gain the trust her fans once had. She's one of those people who will never apologize because the stories were fabricated, and she's still going to believe that no matter what. And honestly, I'm surprised that she somewhat still has a fan base to support her even though all of this happened. If you're an artist and if you're looking for a job, I suggest you should stay away from Madame. They are much better people to work with than her. And if you want to donate to a charity, stay far away from Madame's because one way or the other, she's gonna pickpocket the money. Well, I guess that's gonna be the end of this video. If you like this video, give a like. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. And yes, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
I take it slow. The man said he got a couple bad ones coming through, yeah. And they know I'm about to blow. I never learned, I'm always wrong. Clock at the timing, the time is gone.
You reckon that's a bit too much from a hoodie that only says Mad Lad and nothing else? Yeah, I'm not too sure about this price.